Hello everyone, I am Doc. Carmen Alviar, Coordinator for External Linkages of Institute of Spirituality in Asia, and I am, truly honored to be invited to share the inspiring journey of Anawim Misyon sa mga mahihirap. The story of Anawim Misyon sa mga mahihirap is, honestly, a profound narrative of faith translated into action. The movement emerged from a deep and collective desire to embody the gospel imperative of serving the least of our brothers and sisters, as found in Matthew chapter 25, verse 40. Rooted in compassion and social commitment, Anawim Misyon represents a concrete expression of faith that really transcends denominational boundaries. Composed of individuals from diverse religious traditions and beliefs, it stands as an ecumenical community united by a common mission: to witness to God's love through service to the poor and the care of creation. The term Anawim, derived from the Hebrew scriptures, refers to the poor of Yahweh, those who live in humility and total dependence on God. This theological foundation shapes the group's spirituality and praxis. Anawim Misyon was initiated by an Okarm priest, Reverend Father Rico Ponce, together with other religious organizations of nuns and other Christian denominations. They really strive to integrate faith, social service, and ecological responsibility in their ministry. The group's primary area of engagement is Payatas in Metro Manila, which is honestly one of the most marginalized and environmentally distressed communities in the Philippines. Here, Anawim Misyon seeks to respond to the intertwined realities of poverty, social injustice, and environmental degradation, especially among informal settlers. Through its programs and partnerships, the organization endeavors to restore human dignity, promote ecological awareness, and foster solidarity with the poor, living out the vision of an inclusive and sustainable faith community. Inspired by Laudato Si, the call of Pope Francis, the group realized something powerful: that caring for the poor and caring for creation can never be separated. Thus, Anawim Misyon became both a spiritual family and an action community, bringing the message of hope through mercy, livelihood, and ecological education. The journey, however, was not without trials. Limited resources often made it difficult to sustain programs for food security, livelihood, and education. Natural disasters, like floods, typhoons, and environmental degradation, really tested their resilience. Yet, in these struggles, grace overflowed. Through prayer, solidarity, and collaboration with parishes and other ecumenical groups, Anawim learned to turn obstacles into opportunities for renewal. The Laudato Si movement, or LSM, has, really shaped the direction and scope of Anawim Misyon's mission by integrating ecological awareness into its pastoral and social engagements. Through carefully structured educational formations and seminar workshops, the organization aims to empower marginalized sectors, especially the poor, the abandoned, the neglected, and the displaced, by affirming their intrinsic human dignity and their shared responsibility as stewards of God's creation. These initiatives, they emphasize that the Earth's resources are gifts to be cared for collectively, and that even the simplest actions can, honestly, contribute meaningfully to ecological preservation. At its core, the movement has deepened our understanding that caring for creation is not a burden, but rather a joyful and faith-filled act of love and responsibility. Just recently, Anawim Misyon conducted a seminar workshop on land reclamation and plastic use, addressing some really critical environmental concerns that affect both local and global ecosystems. The first session, in particular, focused on the environmental consequences of reclamation activities, especially those undertaken by large private corporations. The speaker discussed how the extraction of seabed materials for mega infrastructure projects, like airports, commercial complexes, and residential developments, has led to the destruction of mangrove forests and the displacement of coastal communities, which, in turn, threatens the livelihoods of fisherfolk and the ecological balance of marine habitats. The second session, examined the pervasive issue of plastic pollution and its far-reaching impact on the ecosystem. The presentation highlighted how plastics contribute to environmental degradation, posing risks not only to human health, but also to marine biodiversity. The accumulation of plastic waste, honestly, disrupts aquatic food chains, endangers marine mammals and fish species, and compromises the integrity of natural habitats essential for sustaining life. Through these educational interventions, Anawim Misyon continues to translate the vision of the Laudato Si movement into concrete ecological action, promoting environmental literacy, social justice, and a renewed commitment to the care of our common home. This is the story of Anawim Misyon sa mga mahihirap, a journey of faith, compassion, and ecological hope. Together with the Laudato Si movement, we continue to care for the poor, protect creation, and proclaim with our lives. Warm greetings to the Laudato Si movement on your 10th year anniversary. This celebration marks a decade of faithful commitment to caring for our common home. Truly, LSM stands for Leaders with Sympathy and Mercy, leaders who inspire action, sympathy for all creation, and mercy that restores life and harmony. May this milestone renew our shared mission to protect and cherish God's creation with faith, hope, and love. And, the greatest of these is love. Congratulations and blessings on your 10th year.